Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc. Hi everybody and welcome to today's episode. I am back at the property to start the process of getting the garbage bagged up and ready to go. There's a couple logistic issues with this property. One is it's fairly close to the university campus, and that means that there's restricted parking, and I don't have a parking pass. Why that's a problem is that I have to park here in this sort of lean-to in the backyard right now. But this is kind of where I wanted to have the garbage start collecting so that we could get a dump bin back here. But if the dump bin goes in the back, I'm like whacking my visor right now. If the dump bin goes behind me in the back alley, it means I won't be able to park, which means I can't, I don't know. It's just really frustrating. Except for the weekends, then I can do whatever. So I think I'm gonna try and plan it out so the dump bin gets dropped on this Saturday. I can park on the front street and me and the boys can load it up on the weekend and we can get it hauled out. But aside from the game plan, which I'm putting together, hoping to do a little bit more exploration, hoping to find some more treasures and start getting some of the rooms cleaned out on the upstairs. So follow along on today's episode as we continue working our way through this house. Let's go. Okay, yesterday when I was here, Melissa and I started putting some garbage bags in the living room, and I'm gonna stage stuff here so that in theory I could come back with my truck. We're gonna get a dump bin for the bigger stuff, but I can come back with my truck, load all the bags, take it to the dump and come back. Easiest out the front door. So we're gonna load those there. When I say we, it's just me today. I'm gonna work on this room, which is, as you can see, a little cluttered. Once those mattresses are out of the way in the trash, that'll help clear up some space in here. But I started getting some toiletries and things that were up top there that couldn't be given away or reused. Those went in the trash. Things like this foam sort of mattress topper, because there was mice in this house, unfortunately can't be used. So we'll try and reuse as much as we can. Luckily, a lot of the clothes and things are inside of bags, so they should be okay in theory. But I'm going to get as much garbage out of this room today as possible. Maybe even get that window open up, get some light in here, because it's not a very happy feeling space right now. I got to have a little sunlight in my life. Anyway, I'm going to get this hauled out. I've been cleaning out the drawers, found a couple things. One, there's a day planner from 1940. So this would run pretty much all through the war, really. So some possibly some wartime history there. We've got a old Big Ben orange wind-up alarm clock, the Magic Touch Sleep Eater. I think that's what that says. Oh, repeater. Sleep Eater. Oh, gotta scrub my eyeballs out. Some vintage sunglasses that are in this plastic bag, like 1970s sunglasses. Wallets and purses and stuff. Lots of jewelry boxes, no jewelry in these. But I did find some paperwork. I think I found the brochure for the piano. In fact, I'm fairly certain that's what this is. Let's see, does that look like the Aristocrat? I think it does. So I found the original paperwork for the piano. That's kind of cool. It's nice to tie things together after all these years. Finding little bits and pieces around the house. And you see, like, people have been trying to lose weight for a long time. Safe way to lose 20 pounds in a hurry. It's been a constant struggle. And then you've got the export ginger ale. So I guess it's a mileage indicator, so you can kind of tell you what city and how far you are in terms of miles. And because it's in miles and not kilometers, we hadn't moved over to the metric system yet. So this is probably from the mid 1960s, collectible for somebody. I I am also finding some other little Beanie Babies and tags for Beanie Babies, which I'm just keeping together. A couple books that I pulled out of one of their garbage bags. Jack London, Can't Throw Out Call of the Wild. I don't know what year this one's from. This book's been in print for many, many years. It looks like it's from the 50s. I don't want to second guess myself, though, because last time I guessed, I was way off. Copyright 1931. What is with me? This one looks like it's from the 50s, and it's from 31. And the one I thought was from the 30s was from the 50s. Gosh, I am like not killing it on the book identification today. There's a bunch of stuff back in this corner, and I have no idea. I'm going to sort of lay out a little path here because I don't want to step on anything gross. Derma roller, hair dye, cosmetics and stuff. Let's see, empty boxes, stuff from the shopping channel. Oh, no, it was VHS tapes. Okay, I've got some digging to do in here. Okay, I have made a little path in this room. I've emptied out the drawers. I found a whole bunch more Beanie Babies that were bagged up, stuffed animals. As well, I just noticed over here, so I decided to turn the camera back on and show you. Hey, I don't know what this thing is. Oh, it looks like a fan. But there's a bag of 1980s Cabbage Patch dolls with their tags still on. Somebody would still find that kind of cool. There's doll collectors out there. And at one point, these were a really big deal in the 1980s. Maybe not as much now, but still worth digging out. I've been pretty much just working my way through this one room. Keeper stuff here, donate stuff there, garbage. Let me show you the garbage pile that came out of this room so far. You didn't think this house was that bad, but look at this mountain of garbage that's piling up in the living room here. Just tons and tons of, old books that were soiled and damaged and just all sorts of stuff. But I'm going to try and get over there. It's funny, for a second I forgot I was over there. I'm like, why is that curtain moving? But that was me. I'm going to keep loading up trash and hopefully find a few other treasures. Oh, look at this. Canadian Woman's Cookbook. 1952. And all your good old-fashioned recipes in there. Cookbooks are a good seller for us. There's a brand new Swiffer Wet Jet in the box, never taken out. So a few things. There was a bunch of brand new clothing too that was still in packaging. So in bags of unopened mail, which are, to my understanding, things that were ordered like products. So technically those are mine because they came with the house. Obviously, if it's personal stuff, it's going to stay with the family. But if it was stuff that was ordered online, products and goods and stuff, we get to try and sell it or donate it or do whatever. So more digging to happen. I'm trying to get this little area here cleaned up so I can walk and then do the L shape around the corner there. But so far, some pretty good progress and a few interesting finds. I found a completely sealed package. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, there's a couple boxes. Let's see what the instructions say this is. Oh, hair building fiber kit. So I guess like cosmetic type stuff. ORM-D. Well, I'll set that aside. We'll dig through that. Found a brand new pair of shoes. This was still in the package as well. Look, bionic shoes. Brand new. Good for someone. Seems to be some interesting stuff back in this corner. There are lots of clothes that can be donated. I'm slowly making my way around the bend. Purses, bag full of purses, blankets. What's in the box? Shoes. worn shoes. Shred Master. Okay, so a portable shredder still in the box. Sorry, I dropped that fell a little farther than I thought it would. Okay. More digging. Oh, and yeah, I forgot there's a Van Gogh on the wall. Not an original, of course. I think a lot of people have that print or poster, but nonetheless. Mind you, I should be checking behind these pictures because sometimes people fasten stuff behind them to, to the back of a frame. Nope. Rest in Harvest by William Adolphe Bonjour, French. So it's prints. Lots of prints. Let's set that aside. Keep on digging. Well, the mess in the living room is getting a little big, but on the plus side, I think I've got, other than the mattresses, I think I've got just about all the garbage out of this room. Most other things in here are either sellable or donatable or reusable. So I can turn the light off in here and revisit this in a little bit. Stage 1 is garbage. Stage 2 will be donate. And then stage 3 is get the sellable collectibles out. So with that, I'm kind of growing bored of working on bags of clothes and garbage and stuff. So I'm gonna step away, even though I do need to do the master bedroom at some point. And I've come into the kitchen where I've started to clear off the kitchen counter. Found some gloves, found some hand sanitizer, which has come in handy because currently the water is turned off in the house. So hand sanitizer is a plus. And I'm just gonna really start to get this all tidied and cleaned up, and any food that has expired thrown away. So we'll see just what this kitchen cupboard will look like in probably a couple of minutes. Shouldn't take me long to get this cleared up. Okay, anything that is sort of like a kitchen utensil, I'm going to donate. We did come across a few families in need that don't really have any sort of utensils or things, so anything like this is gonna go to them, while the broken stuff or, used chopsticks and stuff will obviously, those will be sent off to the bin. And there are a few heavier spoons in here that I've set aside to check because they've tarnished, that they're probably silver plated. But good to check and make sure they're not solid silver because you just never know. Gosh, how long have these spices been in this cabinet for? Maybe since this house was almost new back in the 40s, hard to say. Singapore's best ginger spice. These are at the point now where the darn tins are collectible as people decorate with them. So now it's just not even just a matter of cleaning up a kitchen. The stuff in the kitchen is so old that somebody might actually want this stuff to display as a collectible. Like that. Definitely collectible. Okay. Well, the hunt continues. Oh, hey, by the way, while I was cleaning off this cabinet, I found something we can actually use at our house. It's a what looks to be a brand new KitchenAid hand blender. So not much for brand new stuff in the kitchen, but that's one piece that appears to be in pristine, brand new condition, and it's KitchenAid. It's a good brand, so nothing wrong with that. Going through this bottom drawer in the kitchen, this felt heavy, so I unwrapped it, and it's a Corningware, a little attachment so you can put it onto your stuff and put it in the stove without hurting yourself. Neat. We'll save that because Corningware is collectible, but I was looking at the date. That was wrapped up July 12th, 1978. I wasn't even born yet. I was a glimmer of hope in my dad's eye. I wasn't even, I wasn't there. I wasn't on Earth yet. And here I am unpacking stuff that's been packed away since before I was born. I have been taking the paperwork down from the top of the cabinet. And this stuff has been up there quite some time, I think you can tell. So you've got clippings with recipes in them. If you're not sure what age this stuff is, you can easily tell by looking at some of the advertisements. So here we have Cookout Champion. You've got barbecue tips and tricks. And when you flip over the back, Well, look at the Jeep they're giving away. It's like a 1950s Jeep station wagon. And the first men's enter the Kaiser Foils first annual Cookout Championship. 25 champions and wives. Oh, I see. So if you're a guy and you won, you could take your wife with you. That wouldn't go over well. Honey, I'm going to Hawaii. I won a cooking contest and you're staying at home. But these are super neat. Ephemera like this. I don't know what the, the demand is for these old, I'm going to say there's like clippings and cookbooks and stuff, but that's, that's from whatever stove was in here originally. It's not here anymore. Don't know what the demand is for manuals for old fridges and stoves, but I do know there is demand for old cooking and canning guides and things like that. So I've got to separate this stuff out into what can be sold and what cannot be sold. But I'm finding a few things. Plus digging through and emptying out some of these drawers, which were mostly utensils and a lot of garbage. There was one early Pyrex piece. That's a Pyrex refrigerator container from sort of that primary era set. Needs a good cleaning, but maybe there's going to be more to that Pyrex set as I go along. And somebody went to a motel called the Thunderbird Motel and took an ashtray with them along the way. A lot of activity in this house in the 40s and 50s, and it seemed like a lot of it stuck around. A lot of the stuff they acquired stuck around in here. Just about got the top cleared off. Ouch. It's a little sharp. What is this? Oh, well, that explains it. June bug spinner, made in Canada. It's a brand new antique fishing hook. I shouldn't say antique. It's vintage. Antique would have to be 100 years old or older. So that'd be 1923 as of right now or prior. That's probably from the 40s or 50s, but still kind of neat. A few old plates in the mix too. And it's just always a nice feeling to start getting stuff organized and cleaned up. Started pulling the bowls and corningware and stuff out from the kitchen. But look, I found this in the upper cabinet. So there's the brochure for your corningware skillet. Odds are I'm probably going to find that skillet somewhere in here. I'm going to keep that up with the corningware, keep everything together. Now, there's definitely been mice in here. So I'm kind of moving my hands around in there gingerly, but look, see that right there? That's Pyrex. Yep, that's matching to that. And the lid was there, albeit it has debris on it. I might find the whole set if I keep looking, but I'm gonna have to get some gloves on before I come back and tackle that, because that's had lots of mice in there. And frankly, I don't feel like getting sick today. Although I did find, actually, rubber gloves that are still sealed, so maybe I'll just put these on and keep digging anyway. Got my rubber gloves on. They're a little squeaky. My hands are farting. Okay. And I've got this box that I found in the living room. Anything that's glass, I'm just gonna put in here. We'll get all this stuff out of the way. And hopefully once I start emptying some of this stuff out, yeah, look at that. Just, it's an old V8 juice container. Not worth anything, but it's old. What is in here? It sounds like swizzle sticks. No, it's fusilli, or it's pasta of some kind. Okay. Well, there's a lid for one of the corningware. I'm going to put that in the sink. If I can figure out the water situation, maybe I can give that a wash. What is this? The Anna May Cornell thermometer set. It's actually kind of neat. Little plastic cup. Thermo cup. So weird that there's stuff in here from like the 50s still. That's garbage. I guess, you know, if this person was like an active parent in the 70s, having something from the 50s would be kind of like having something from the year 2000 now. So it doesn't really seem that long ago when you think of it that way. Okay. Wooden bowls. Another Corningware lid. Get that trash out of there. The wood bowl set. Somebody might want that. Oh, that's the skillet, I think, right there. Maybe. I'll have to check. But you gotta dig to find all the missing pieces for all the things, which people will buy Corningware and they'll want them with their matching lids. And if I just dig a tiny bit more, I can get all the stuff that goes along with it. Well, this is nasty. I'm gonna get this cleared out. I'll show you if I find anything cool. In the meantime, I'm gonna continue digging. Well, I got it all cleared out. I have to sweep it. There's tin foil all over. I guess the mice were eating the tin foil, which hopefully they didn't have fillings. Otherwise, that would have been not very much fun for little mice. But they sure made short work of it. I'm going to get that swept out, cleaned up. We'll close that door and be done with that lower cabinet. Well, I stopped to show you a little video. I'm getting these mattresses and box springs moved out of the side room here, so I have a little bit more room to work. And what should I find underneath this bed is an autographed Wayne Gretzky picture when he was with the Oilers. There's the signature right there. And it has its COA on the back. So it's the real deal, which is cool. COA is nice. And lucky me, a good sellable collectible. Needs a good cleaning. But that's okay because the autographed picture is underneath thick plexi. So that'll just wipe up and clean up, no problem. A good score. All right, well, things are still progressing around here. My pile in the living room is starting to get so big that it's becoming impassable. So I have booked a dump bin to come. I've asked them to put it in the alley if they can by the garage door. If not, on the front lawn. So that should be coming tomorrow. And then I can start actually loading all this stuff in the bin and getting it out of here. Because I want to be prepared for when that bin's here because you have to work fast. That's weird, I just heard a noise. I'm sure it's just settling debris and not mice. Where was I? Yeah. Anyway, if it goes in the front yard, that'd be great. And I want to be prepared. This is where I was going. I want to be prepared to have as much garbage ready to go as I can. So I am going to go in the basement and start getting some things prepped down there. But that basement is going to be a big job. So I don't know how much I'll be able to get done today, but I'll certainly do my best. So going to grab some bags and head on down. I'm starting with the bedroom in the basement, one of them. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. I have to start making a path. So I'm kind of going like a square foot at a time, trying to get any garbage picked up, trying to get anything salvageable set to the side. But yeah, there's a lot of garbage. But I'm hoping that because nobody's been down in this basement for so long, that there's going to be some things that are, you know, worthwhile. I know there will be. There always is. I'm just at that stage right now. When you're doing, this is like the worst, the hardest phase. When you're in garbage phase, that's the toughest because all you're doing is picking up stuff that's worthless and it's just expending your time and energy for really no gain. But it's got to be done. Okay, I've been able to sort of sidestep and shuffle over to this corner, getting that cleaned up. Unfortunately, this window that's here in the basement did not prove to be entirely waterproof because there's a trail of sludge on the ground. Well, it's dried now, but there was a lot of stuff just completely stuck to it, and that is all a total loss. This is the cabinet I think I was in with Melissa the other day, and there was some Cabbage Patch dolls, and I see a little Cabbage Patch shoe and a tag. So there might be some collectibles in these drawers. I'm going to get this box moved out of the way here. Okay, we'll get that out of here. Oh, look, a TV. The only TV I found in the whole house. That's just garbage. What's in these bags? Ooh, Junkalanch. fishing tackle. Well, maybe I'll find the box for that. Or not the box, the Shakespeare fishing gear that goes in there. The camera. I mean, this stuff was obviously being kept for some reason. Oh, look, a bunch of skeleton keys. That's kind of cool. That goes in the keep pile. That's the thing. All this is just going through and trying to find the 2 or 10% of the things in here that are still collectible or still have value. We'll set that aside. Okay, let's open up one of these drawers. When I opened this the other day, okay, that was a bag of mohair. Oh, binoculars. That's what that is. And they've got a nice little case to them. What brand are they? Falcon. Cool. So we'll set of binoculars. Underneath that was the Hummel book. For people who collect Hummel figures, that's probably kind of neat. And this box, it's jewelry. New jewelry. Still, I mean, not new, it's old, but it's still on there. Still on the little cards, so keep that aside. We got buttons. Oh, another really old Canadian Tire. You're not in Canada, you don't know, but that's older. That one I found upstairs was very old compared to that. They started printing their own money. Actually, the company that prints these bills, I think the name is on the bottom there somewhere, they actually make real money. So although this is 25 cents and you can still spend that at one of their stores, I could take this right now and go spend it, and they'd probably think I'm crazy because it's a really old one. But it is actual kind of currency, I guess. Oh, a nickel. Not finding much for money in the house, but that's okay. I'm here to sift out the collectibles and all that other stuff anyway. Oh yeah, there's the Cabbage Patch dolls there. So who lost a shoe? Did you lose a shoe? Nope. Okay. They've got their shoes. Somebody's missing a shoe, but we've got a few Cabbage Patch dolls in the mix here. I'll have to find one. Maybe I'll find one of these empty boxes and I'll start loading the collectibles. That looks like the perfect kind of box, and there's no mice have been in it yet, thankfully. So we'll take these guys, put them in the box. And I got to try and keep everything together, so we'll have a box just for Cabbage Patch stuff. And we'll have another box just for knickknacks, another box for jewelry. It's just so much easier to do it that way. So when you get to the other end and you're offloading, it's all organized. Those look like maybe the knobs to this dresser. They are. Scissors, knitting needle. Oh, what's in the bottom drawer? Ah! More. Oh, there's the one. You lost your shoe, didn't you? Yeah. Probably been missing it for a long time. Well, we found your little shoe. Okay. That's just garbage. And this is the process. You find a couple neat things, you find a bunch of trash. You find a couple neat things, you find a bunch of trash. More garbage. All right, I'm going to continue cleaning here, and if I find something else cool, I'll flip the camera on and share it with you guys. Well, guys, that is it for me today. I'm completely beat. My allergies are acting up. I got to take a rest. So I will be back at this. I'll continue clearing in the basement. We'll start to get the garbage taken out. Oh, just every time I do this, I question my sanity. But it's always worthwhile in the end when the house ends up looking much better than it did before. So I am going to call it a day, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Episode 3 will be coming soon. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do that too. I will see you guys all soon. I'm going to go back in, grab the last of the garbage. But as always, bye for now. Bye, guys.